welcome along, everybody. How are we doing on this fine Sunday evening? I hope you're all doing well. It is Sunday. I hope you've had a good weekend. Shall we see who is here in the chat? Start us off. Canadian Gamer, welcome along. FS Boy 54, welcome along. Klaus, welcome along. TBS Twister, welcome along. Farming UK 5, welcome along. Blackbeard 65, welcome along. And Derek and 1888, welcome along. Oh, I feel for you, Derek. I hope you get over the flu swiftly. My mic is working because I checked my mic before I went live and discovered that it wasn't set up. So yeah, my mic is working because I actually made the check I should make when I start up. Jim Lad, welcome along. Haley Boy, welcome along. I hope you're both doing well. We've got a new sponsor tonight, Icon City! Icon in the chat. Go get 10% off your purchase from Icon City, who do absolutely fantastic icons for Stream Decks. And I'm going to show you this because they are really, really cool. And it's not just for streaming. They do icons for Farm Sim, which is awesome. So yeah, you can set your Stream Deck up to run Farm Sim. So it's not just the icons. It also will assign all the keys to it and everything like that. This is the pack I like. This is the Farming Simulator 22 Gold pack. It includes the main Farming Simulator 22 pack they have. It's got one for GPS as well. So if you struggle with GPS, it's got an entire pack for GPS. It's got an entire pack for forestry for the platinum edition, and it's got an entire pack for pumps and hoses as well. And if you buy them all as part of this single pack here, it will you save £1 over buying the packs individually. So yeah, you've got the main Farming Simulator 22 pack, you've got the forestry pack here, you've got the pumps and hoses pack here, and you've got the GPS pack. I love that they've done a pack for GPS for a Farm Sim mod. They have a pack on here, which is absolutely brilliant. They also have tons of other packs for other things. They have a streaming pack. If you've got Kerbal Space Program, they've got a pack for that. Sim Rail, they've got a pack. Star Citizen, they've got a pack. They just have packs for all sorts of things. To go on your Stream Deck, it will set it all up. It will assign all the keys and everything for it. And it's brilliant. And if you want to go and get 10% off, head over to iconcity.co.uk, put in my code VFGaming, and you can get yourself 10% off your purchase. Which is fantastic. Well worth it. Of course, our main sponsor is still going at the moment. We still have HelloFresh. If you want to go and sign up to HelloFresh and support the channel, you can do so. Use my code POGHELLOUK10111 via the link that goes in the chat. If you type !HelloFresh. HelloFresh is awesome. I use them all the time. They send you boxes of pre-prepared ingredients for you to make delicious meals from, no waste, and absolutely delicious stuff, and stuff that you may not consider cooking for yourself. Stuff you may have previously, you can experiment, or you can get stuff that's just really, really nice and comfort food as well. So yeah, go use my code, go check it out. It is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I love HelloFresh as well, and I'm very pleased to be sponsoring, or be sponsored by them for the streams over these 2 weeks. So, a couple of other announcements and things I need to cover for this evening. First up, streaming schedule is changing slightly from next week. Streams on Twitch are going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday from next week. Then Friday and Saturday. Friday, I'm going to be streaming on Victor Foxtrot. doing Sons of the Forest with Gamer Dragon, and Saturday, as normal, is going to be the community multiplayer. We'll see how it goes over the next few weeks. Plan is that Tuesday next week is going to be Realism Experiment. From March, Tuesday is going to be the map creation stream. So Realism Experiment will be Sunday and Wednesday, map creation stream on a Tuesday, and then Friday Sons of the Forest over on Victor Foxtrot, and Saturday's community multiplayer over on the main Virtual Farmer channel on YouTube. So go check those out. Hey FarmCatGR, I'm doing well. We've actually got a lot to get through this evening, which is insane. But yeah. Oh, so that's all my announcements and everything for this week. As normal, videos will continue through next week as well. The VOD for this stream will be up on Wednesday. So the plans for the VODs on VF2 to go up are on Wednesday and Sunday for these, and then every Tuesday. Next week they'll be up on Tuesday because we're doing Realism Experiment on Tuesday night. But normally Realism Experiment VODs will go up on a Wednesday and a Sunday on VF2. And then from next month, the map creation VODs, those will go up weekly before the next map creation VOD. So, yeah. And I might even just see if we can pull some useful stuff out of those as well, and go with that. Right, shall we crack on with some farming, people? And right, we are down on the farm, and I've changed my map. I don't want to do that. I want to change my speed, which is that button there, up to 5 times. It is July. We still have stuff to do on our fields. I think we got most of our stuff done last time. What is the state of our fields as far as nitrogen goes? Nitrogen is looking fairly good across our fields, actually, so that's good. Thank you, Anonymous, for playing the sheep scream. We have got rid of all the weeds and everything, so that's all good news. I think we might actually be doing some grass work today. First day of June. We've got nothing left to do on our fields. There's no harvesting contracts to do. There's one baling contract that I'm not going to do. So yeah, I think we're going to be doing some more grass work today. What, I drove my tractor through your haystack last night? How was my dinner tonight? My dinner was very nice tonight. We had halloumi burgers, which was basically a very large fried slab of halloumi in a bun with a little bit of salad and a piece of bacon on top. And I'm still feeling very full from it, if I'm honest. But it was delicious. I don't think we're not looking at having any rain today. Yeah, it was very nice and a little bit different. Sometimes it's nice to have a slightly, different meal. Love that deep voice. Oh, thank you. I have not been known in my life for having a deep voice. Right, how is our milk level? 7,000. We are doing a milk run straight off today, then. Recently started getting no contracts on Calmsden. Is that normal? I think so. My thing is with Calmsden, the contracts have always gone. In fact, the fields have always gone all right. I'm missing a light. That's why I'm so dark from that side. The contracts and in fact the fields on here have gone weird. So if we have a look here, you can see that field 18 has gone odd. Field 17 is odd now. Field 13 has gone odd. Field 30 is odd. And then we've got withered crops in 3, 25 and 14. that I can't do anything with. And we've never had a contract on field 24. So part of the reason why I'm saying that this winter, when we get to the next winter, we're going to sell the crops off and we're going to move farms, is because the map is beginning to fail. And last time we had that with a map was on Bessie, and we just got into so much trouble trying to fix it and trying to make sure that everything was still fine, that I don't want to go through that again. So I'd rather switch maps, start a new save, start a new game. We'll take a load of equipment and everything with us. We'll value the farm at the end, and we'll take off the value of the farm. We'll remove the value of the loan. So we'll pay off as much loan as we can, and then we'll sell the farm, and we'll see where we're left with and what we're left with to start on the next map. It may mean we have to sell a little bit of machinery as well to get started, but we'll see how we go. What do we got for milk? 644 at General Store Bay 1, which is up top of the map. So we'll go and do that. But yes, so plan is to take what we've got here and probably fold it into something bigger on the oats, I think. Yeah, it's weird. It's not. It's something that we've had from. It's a problem we've had from day one. We've had some fields that have always been off on day one, and we've never had a massive number of contracts. And yeah, something is now going wrong with it. So we'll move on. I think we'll sell the farm up. Hello, Crafty Cat Gamer 12. Welcome along. Thankfully, nothing, touchwood, has gone wrong with my field so far. And if we get a cheap class combine, we will buy that to take with us. But as it is at the moment, we're looking. I'm looking at probably doing this year's harvest with my existing combine, and trying to upgrade when we get to the next location. Oh, there we go. Unload that. We may even buy a new Land Rover, although this one's not bad. Yeah, Court Farms would be great to move to, although I kind of want to do a series on Court Farms, to be honest. So yeah, it kind of depends on how big Court Farms fields are. That's the issue I've got with possibly doing stuff as a series. Although, given what I've been doing on Attingham the last few days, I'm very interested in maybe doing maps at 5 times and giving myself a little bit more time. Hey, Voxball, thank you very much. You got the full farm sim pack, ETS, ATS pack, brilliant, game changing. Yeah, I think it's awesome. And to the point, so I normally use my Stream Deck on my main, on my streaming machine. It sits on my streaming machine all the time. I am actually considering getting a second Stream Deck just to use with their farm sim icons, so that I can use that, because it just looks awesome. And they are just so cool, and it makes it, you know, my side panel is great, but I have to remember what each of the buttons are. With that on a Stream Deck, I don't have to do any of that. And it would mean basically I could ditch the side panel, get a proper joystick for my front loaders and stuff, and use a farm sim, use a Excel Stream Deck or something like that to run farm sim. They are awesome. Yeah, exactly, Voxbook, exactly what I was thinking. Last series on Attingham, such a good map, really great to see bring back 6 Ashes. If 6 Ashes ever comes back, it comes into FS22, I already have a plan how to play that map. That's one of the crazy things. I already know how I want to play that map. Right, how are our grass fields? Because I think I want to do these today. These look pretty much ready to cut to me. They could grow maybe a little bit more, but yeah, I think we can cut these today and make silage bales. We've not got anything else to do on our farm. We've done all of the spraying. We've done all of the silage. No, we've done all the spraying. We've done all the weeds. I think we just want to grab the T6 here. Do I have a weight on the front? No, I don't. Good. And cut grass and yeah, make some more silage bales up for our cows. Because when we get making feed for the cows, we get through silage bales so quickly. Still play FS19 on 6 ashes? Yeah, one of my big regrets of the series that I did on 6 ashes. I mean, one of my all-time favorite series that I did on 6 ashes, with the whole start from nothing and build up and go the whole way up, was that I started in the wrong place. There's a place on 6 ashes that after a while, and after playing it a while, I went, I should have started there. I should have bought that land, built my yard there, and gone with that. Hey, Red Swamp Fox, keyboard steering wheel controller combos worked fine for you in Farm Sim. I struggle with the controller in Farm Sim. I can't move my fingers quickly enough to do front loader, especially. I have trouble with. Right. So yeah, we're gonna make some more silage bales. Bring around. Unfold it. And unfold it. Turn it on. Turn it on. And close. Oh, close this. Right, and lower both. FS is a game for controller. Hey IDK, welcome along. Guys, go check out IDK. He is awesome. There we go. Get that off. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. There we are. And that. Yeah, I've tried FS with a controller. I can't do it. I can't get on with it. It annoys me beyond belief. But I think that's partly because I'm not used to playing it with a controller. I'm sure Mr. CLP would have a different opinion on that. We're doing old school farm on Calmsden. Bring it round. I'm good, thank you, IDK. I hope you're doing well. Hope you've had a good weekend. Right, let's get this round here. And up. Then in. And around. And out again. There we go. And get this running nice and easy, and get around here a few times. If we can get this field done, we should be Actually, I think we should have a higher yield on here this time because we did take a bit more care of this field after last time, trying to get our environmental score up. Light forestry controller is a must for throwing logs. Oh man, if you saw last night's community multiplayer, I was trying to throw logs into a trailer a lot and failing a lot as well. It was, yeah, it wasn't great. But we got it done, and I think I made some good decisions in doing the silage bales so that we can get those sold next time. Forestry trailer takes more patience than you possess. And back in. There we go. Oh, missed a tiny tuft there. That was annoying. Hey, Protein Pick Mix, welcome along. Did I miss any? No, I did not. Good. Square this off down here. And yeah, we'll get this road up next. And I think we're in a position pretty much where we can start doing the cuttings. We've got a tiny little bit to clear up at the top, so I'm going to go and clear that up. But actually, we'll clear that up by just doing this final cut, actually. Love the fields around this part of the map. Yeah, it's a nice area to work on. I'm very pleased I set my farm up here. I think I'd have been in a lot of trouble if I'd have tried to have done my farm in the where the main starter farm is. I think doing it here and having this yard and building this yard up has actually been a really good way for us to go on here. So I'm quite happy with that. Howdy, Thefisherj, welcome along. This mower combo really zooms through this field. I'm actually probably going a little bit faster than I'd like. Because, oh, actually, we've got another grass field to cut, haven't we? We've got 3 grass fields to cut and do. So that's fine. We'll go and cut our 3rd grass field today as well. Because I keep forgetting I've got that and just do these 2. There we go. And in. And away. Klaus has gone into lurk mode. Lurk mode. Oh, missed a tiny little bit, so we'll spin around there and there. Pick that up. And down again. I think we can lift the back. Whoa, no. I think we can lift the back one. There we go. We don't need that on this bit. And just grab this road. How many days do I set per month? 2 at the moment. Sean T 89, thank you for resubscribing for your 29th month. You are awesome. Gamer Dragon coming in with a raid of 23. Welcome, 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 raiders. I hope you had a good stream, GD. I see we got a poll coming in. A Smith 501, welcome along. GD, welcome along. NetSound19, welcome along. Natural raid. Chris has started a poll, so let's get that on. Well, Chris, what options do you want? Because I know which maps I would like to do. I'm here gonna do this. Right, turn that on. Turn that on. I'm happy to do a poll, but I don't know what options I should put in at the moment. I choose. Okay. Let me have a think. Because the main one I'm thinking of moving to is the Oaks. It's really the only map out there at the moment that I feel I could move to. There's no other British maps or anything like that. Possibly Attingham. I mean, Attingham's always an option, but I have a series already going on that. And it would be treading a lot of the same territory, I think. The alternative is to go to something really different and do like an American map or something like that. But I don't know if much of my audience over here is as big a percentage as over on YouTube, actually. Yeah, it is a little bit Haley Boy. I mean, there are UK farm sim maps out there, which are awesome. Exactly, that's the thing, Klaus. I want to take the money from this. And, I mean, realistically, we can't borrow more than 80% of the value of our land. So our land value on here... Oh, actually, I can't do it there. What do I do? So our land value on here at the moment is... Shift M? There we are. So our owned capital is 932,376. Our loan is 655, so we've got less than 300,000 to play with. With our land value. So we have to repay when we sell up the farm 655,000. And so that gives us 300,000 plus whatever we make from the end of this year's crop to play with. So we might end up with about 500,000 plus the machinery we have here already to start on the oats with, which will give us some land. There are plenty of fields. Thank you, Devil's Eye, for the money. And yeah, and we can do contracts and get stuff there early on. But it's gonna be one of those maps where I think we're gonna have a bit of a slog to start off with. And it's actually why I quite like the idea of moving the realism experiment from here over to there, because it's the next level. It's very much okay. We're going another level up now. NetSound19 has redeemed full realism. 5 minutes in cab. Let's see if I actually remember this time to stay in cab. Yeah, and we will. That's the other thing we will be doing, is we'll be having the auction mod on there, so that I can buy fields at auction when they come up. Oxball coming in with the extra 1,000. There we go. That's cutting. Yeah. Okay, so it's not been too bad, actually. Semi-decent yield off here. And then I think we want to shift to the front one. Really weird, my wheel has been much louder the last sort of 24 hours. I don't know why. Missed a little bit. Right, let's fold up the back. And finish that off there. There we go. One last field to cut. Beware the auction mod. If you lose the bid, you won't get your money. You won't get your money back. Really? Thefisherj? Well, if that happens, we'll have to cheat the money back in. It shouldn't do. That's a bit weird. When will they start yielding 100k plus at harvest? I don't know. Oh, my sub is sitting very high at the moment, sort of up here-ish. Always bid to win, yeah. Keep an eye on it. Make sure that you are the winner. I think if that happened and it took the cash, what I'd do is I would definitely just cheat it back in, or you know, admin set up it back in. This is our last grass field because we never got grass off this field yet. This is our old horse field. No, I didn't want to do that. What I wanted to do was switch over and turn that on. Down you go. That brings that down at the same time. And this is, oh wow, this is really good grass. Look at that. That's a massive yield on this field. Got to the field with all sorted, went spending 100k on the field. Ah. Going to leave a square of grass that we'll have to clear up later. Oh no, there we go. First, I recommend using European Countryside or Balham Road Dairy. So Balham Road Dairy does, and my first look does not fit the kind of gameplay that I do. If you just want to play Tom Pemberton's farm, it's a fantastic map. As for playing start from scratch or anything like that, it does not work as a map. And that's not what the map creator was going for. And I said that in my review. He was absolutely trying to build a map that you could play as Tom Pemberton's farm. But it doesn't work as a start from scratch or as a new farmer. There are improvements he could make that would make it work. So yeah. There we go. I'm going to keep in cab at the moment, I think. This field works much better as a grass field than it does as an arable field. we go. Then we'll come round and in here. Changes, not improvements. Okay, so what is the definition of an improvement? It would improve the map, in my opinion. As I said in my review, this is nothing I didn't say in my first look. I will say, and the creator has seen my first look, and we have discussed things, you know, in the comments of my first look. And yeah, I'm happy to say improvements. I think it would improve the map. Do I not worry with will get me in trouble with giants or brands, etc.? Richard, I have sat with the CEO of Giants, having a beer, telling him ways I think the game could be improved. I have no worries about that. My opinion, and my thing is always, and I've never met anybody who has a big problem with this. No, I've met one person who had a big problem with this. But in general, if you criticize constructively, people tend not to have a problem with that. You know, if you are constructive in your criticism, that is fine. And I personally, I really always welcome a constructive criticism, always. Ernie Piner, thank you for your raid. Welcome, 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 raiders. If somebody is triggered by if somebody is triggered by in a negative way by constructive criticism, then they are not interested in making the best thing they can make. They really are. And that's where I have a problem. And this is what I've always said in my map reviews. I do not put out map reviews where I wouldn't recommend the map. And I do recommend Ballon Road. Same way as I recommend any map. And again, the creator of that map was very open to my criticism, was very open to what I had to say and the places that I said I felt it could be improved. 101 viewers. It's that time, chat. Exclamation mark here in the chat. There we go. 2 minutes. I know there are creators out there who absolutely will shy away from saying anything approaching criticism about anything. And I've had people come on here and say it's refreshing that I am willing to be critical as well as praise stuff. Don Olsen, thank you for subscribing for your 3rd month of Prime Gaming. You are awesome. And I welcome, if anybody ever wants to give me constructive criticism, I am always open to that. So critique and criticism, very different things. I agree with you there, Red Swamp Fox. Criticism often is well, it often doesn't give any kind of way something could be improved. It very much is just, this is bad. Whereas proper constructive criticism will offer a way that you think it could be improved. Yeah. And I would never want to review anything without giving some constructive criticism. Is that gonna... Can I actually fold this up and undo it and drop it here? No, I do have to unfold the mower to drop that one down. Okay, fair enough. And it's giveaway time. Excuse me. Hades! Congratulations, you have been selected. All you got to do is let me know you're there in the next 90 seconds, and I will spin the wheel for you. There you are. All right. Let's... where are we? Yeah. Right. Spin that wheel. You can give it to someone else. We can respin it if you want. Ember is the game. So you can either, I can either send you the code and you can send it to somebody else, or I can respin if you wish me to. Just let me know. Hey, Calamity Jane, welcome along. How are you doing? Respin and give it to Thefisherj. All right, it's fair enough. If you want to give it to Thefisherj, I will give it to Thefisherj. Done. Right. Let's go to that one. Right, back in the tractor. Let's drop this off and get this. Oh, no, wrong button. Right, there we go. It's in the wrong window. Right. Unfold it. Did I I undid everything. That's why it won't unfold. Down, and we will then drop it off. So we're looking at, in July, our first fields being ready to harvest, which is great. So now we need the windrower. Didn't change. Oh, I didn't change the game on the wheel. Thank you, Blackmere. Yes. Next game to go onto the wheel will be Game Deck. So new game onto the wheel called Game Deck. Replacing Ember. Okay. And save. There we go. You've started a new map. Oh, what map have you started, Eugene? There we are. Having a JCB on the oats is going to be very useful. We have 50,000 in the bank, which I'd forgotten about. We'll basically take it along anything with us that we own, unless there's something we feel we can sell to make a bit of cash. Everything we have leased, we will probably return unless we can buy it. But I want to try and maximize how much money we have going on to our next farm. And of course, our that land value does not include the value of any buildings. So we'll also value the buildings that we've got on the land too, and add that. So that will be the main one of that is going to be our new sheds that we built. Not available now. Glad I can build a farm like I would. It's one of the nice things about FS22, and it's part of the reason why I harp on about maps having fully customizable farms, because you want to go onto a map and you want to farm the map in the way that you farm it, not just the way that it's constructed to farm it. It was one of the nice things about how I was doing things at the end of FS 19. And it's one of the nice things about the base game setup of FS22. Exclamation mark realism. Okay. That's the way to get round a corner. Back it up a bit once you've done the whole line, and then pull it round the corner. That works. That works really well. So in base game Thefisherj, you have to fertilize them. Well, you don't have to fertilize them if you roll them. With precision farming, you have to fertilize them a little bit, not much. They take a little bit of nitrogen. Just start to this map. The animals are already placed, or do you have to place them? The sheds are already placed, but the animals aren't. So you'll need to add your own animals into the sheds. But yeah, animals are already placed. You don't see any of the animal areas unless you buy them, though. So you buy the animal area, and then it will appear for you to work with. Which again is one of those features I really like. Lots and lots more map makers are now putting buildings on maps and things that get bought with the land that you buy, which is fantastic. I love seeing that. What do I think of the new DLC? I think it looks awesome. I'm looking forward to trying it out, FarmCatGR. Oh, that didn't lift. Lift. Yeah, the Gowl DLC is out end of next month, which will be cool. Of course, the other thing is that no, that's not back next month. I don't think. Yeah, 22nd of March, I think that's out. Am I moving the MP map or the realism? We're moving the realism experiment. So the realism experiment is going to move maps after this year's harvest once we've sold all the crops. So we're looking to move probably to the Oaks at the moment is the most likely map. Nice big Norfolk map. 23rd of March. I thought it was 22nd of March. Because of the way things are designed for FS22, Honey Badger. That's the thing. Giants have been working to get the file size down of everything simply because it means that consoles can have more stuff on them. So a smaller file size means more stuff can go into console. Yes, so I'm taking my 2 New Hollands with me. I'm taking the JCB with me, and I'm taking the Ford with me. Oh, and we're taking the telehandler as well. We will likely sell the combine because my combine is too small for the Oaks. So we'll be looking to sell the combine, I think, before we leave. But not really looking to sell much else. We might sell all the cows as well. And because I don't know if I'm going to have a cow farm on the Oaks or not. I traded the case for a JCB, yeah. And the JCB will be massively useful. Yeah, we'll be taking the Landy as well. But yeah, I don't think we'll take the animals with us. Unless I find the cow farm is inexpensive, but I don't think so. Where am I going? We've got 2 more fields to do. Let's go do those. No. Well, I would like, if I can buy a new combine before we move, that would be great. But I know which combine we need, and it's just not appearing in the shop at the moment. But I checked the field prices on the Oaks, and it should be doable. I mean, we won't be buying the big field straight off, but I think we might be able to buy at least some of the fields around the map. It did, but at the end of the day, we did need to replace it for some stuff that was a little more modern, unfortunately. We needed that modernization on the farm, and changing combine is along those lines as well. Yeah, the update where it's storing bales and pallets will be cool. It's not something I'm looking to do personally, but I understand why it's going to be a very important thing to some people who do have a lot of those around and worry about hitting the maximum numbers. Yeah, pallets especially, because the stuff can generate pallets at a ridiculous rate. Productions definitely can. Got yourself a class Lexion 670. The amount of extras is brilliant. Sounds amazing. Oh, that's the one. That's the one I've got. Is that the one I've got on here? Yeah, this one. This mod is fantastic. This is the one that we want to get. The 670 is, yeah, 200,000, which is why we're trying to get the price down a bit. I think it's the 6. Yeah. 650, I think, is the one that I was after. With the Michelins and the crawler tracks, but not the really expensive ones. So those crawler tracks, no numbers, GPS and GPS, standard ladder, slightly longer pipe because we've discovered this on the other map. And what's the difference between? Oh, right, that's the various bits on. So no, that one, that one, that one. No. So yeah, that's the setup I'm looking at with the black windows, and it's going to cost 209. Yeah, I kind of need it to be on sale in order to buy it. Or I'm going to have to lease it and then over time be able to afford to buy it. Because my current combine's worth about 15,000, so it's not going to be worth enough to actually do, or to make much of a difference. We have the land at the moment that we could do that. And would be able to afford it. And this is the thing about having a loan that is covered mostly by our land, is that we don't have. It doesn't give us a huge amount of money when we sell off. Yeah, the auger does work. But it is really tight, and I'd need to get the bigger auger to make it an easy one to unload from. I mean, there are things I could do without. I could potentially do without the crawler track and things like that, but we'll see how we go. It's going to be a large chunk of money, whichever way I look, or whichever way I slice it. As I said at the start of the stream, this stream is sponsored by HelloFresh. Use my code POGHELLOUK10111 at the link, which I can put in chat now. Oh, no, there we go. And you can get 50% off your first box and 35% off the next free, plus 3 free gifts. Just head over there, use that link and sign up. And you'll support the channel as well by doing it. This is going to be a pain to get this out of this corner, isn't it? Ah. Yep. Can't get right in there to get that. That's all right. Oh, those 2 fields of linseed are growing very nicely. We've got a few fields this year, which is great news because should make a decent amount of money to take with us. And of course, we'll sell off any excess silage we have as well. So making silage bales while we can is a good idea as well. What about the bonus pack will be? I wonder too. I've no idea at the moment. Please be Ford. Please be Ford. It won't be Ford. Can you imagine though how amazing that would be? Got lucky with getting the CR690 that says, oh, nice. Yeah, I do need a bigger combine on here. And moving forward, I'm going to need a bigger combine. Jude M16, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the BFN. She's done pretty well on this headland. Quite pleased with that. Lift that up. Yeah, can you literally imagine? That would be mad. As wild as they did when John Deere arrived in the game. Classic 70s British tractors. Yeah, the only thing better than a Ford pack or a David Brown pack individually would be both pack. Give us more classic tractors, including a Ford. I remember a lot of people were speculating that Ford might come into the game with the these will drive you crazy in season 1, which was funny. But do you know what, actually, the thing that does amaze me is Volvo are in the game and Volvo don't make tractors anymore. They make lots of forestry equipment, but they don't make tractors anymore. And yet we've got Volvo in the game, and we've got the classic tractor that Volvo used to make. And it does make me wonder with New Holland in the game, if we did get a Ford pack of Ford trucks and Ford equipment and stuff like that, if we would get a Ford tractor in a pack like that, because that would be pretty awesome. You know, get a Ford Raptor truck in with a third wheel and everything, and yeah, fitting in there, classic 7810. A pre-1900... There's no such thing as a pre-1900 tractor, Jessies. It's a horse. Bulmet went. I don't know. Because we got a Valtra Volmet as a starter tractor when Volvo weren't in the game yet. So I don't know about that. Because the Volvo I'm talking about is this one down here. Where are you? There, that one. Is that one. Which I've never really looked at the configuration for this. Did the whole colour of that change when I did that? I don't know. Beacon. You can put the Isaria compact on it. Yeah. Yeah, no front 3-point on this. But it does have an impressive 140 horsepower. I've not used this tractor yet. There we are. Still nothing new in the shop. Right, we need the baler next, which is over this way. Will this tractor run? I think this T6 will run this. Would go mad if it was my... I would love it if it was... How awesome would that be? A Farm Sim Ambassadors free add-on that basically included everybody's logos on caps and things. We'd have to get oh, I'd love to suggest that to Giants. I don't think they'd go for it, but... Froggy Moggy 11, thank you for subscribing with Prime Gaming. You are awesome. Ripped 3-point linkage off a Valmet in 1997 as an overexerted dragging 16 tons of wheat with a modified trailer linked by a T-bar. Jeez. I mean, as an overexuberant 16, 17-year-old, I destroyed my fair share of trailers, but not like that. My dad was not happy. Trailers and gate posts do not mix, as I found out a few times. What was for supper, Froggy Moggy? We had oh god, I can't remember the name of the cheese. We had halloumi burgers. Halloumi burgers was what we had for supper tonight. Leave that at the top of the hill and out of the way of what I'll be picking up. We learnt last time that we can get 3 bales at once off this. Or on our JCB, didn't we? Right, let's see if we can get a decent screenshot down the bottom here, looking up the river. Like that, maybe. Will that work? Ah, that will work. Let's just pull this right in like this. Pull out slightly. The one would be like that. little bit further out, riverside baling. Can't decide on Calmsden or Ebony Island after our team. Ebony Island is a really nice map. I think it does better multiplayer, maybe. I'm kind of glad I didn't play Ebony Island single player. I'm kind of glad I went multiplayer because I think for us it's a really good multiplayer map. It's sort of perfect for what we're doing on there. This is a really good single player map. Or good cooperative multiplayer map. Trooper 4985, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the VFN. Hey Bert 7810, you redeemed breakdown. Oh, you redeemed breakdown. Right. So breakdown. We need to stop the equipment, disconnect it, and reduce this by 20 to 30%. So current status of our tractor. Don't forget about the 425 Carabit Volvo. Where's equipment? There it is. So where's my current tractor? New Holland TX32. There we go. By name, please. Oh, there we go, 26. So it is currently at 86%. So we reduce it 25%. That would be reducing it to 60%. So in here, current vehicle, set the damage to 40%. So current state is at 60%. There we go. Oh. There we are. Hey Kermit the Frog, welcome along. Clouds redeemed a stream giveaway. Exclamation mark here in the chat. I will give another PC game away. All you gotta do is put exclamation mark here, and I will start the countdown. There we go. Blackmere is first in. Countdown has begun. No, that one, please. There we go. And 2 minutes. Oh, it doesn't matter actually. So we can go back round to that. We'll drop this off before the end of this row, and then the I'll keep it out of the way. Simon Carpness 123, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the VFN. Yeah, I need to change the description for breakdown, because breakdown is now to reduce the to increase the wear on the tractor by between 20 and 30%. Thank you, Simon. Oh. Yeah, an old classic bonus pack would be absolutely fantastic. Using more net wrap. And then time for a giveaway. That would be amazing, Haley boy. And Voxbull, congratulations, you have been selected. All you got to do is let me know you are there in the chat. EY Modding has been doing some great stuff. Peter J's been doing some great stuff. At one point, there he is. At one point, he asked people if he should do a David Brown or a Massey Ferguson, and like fools, everybody went for the Massey. Right. Let's spin it. Is he gonna make a noise at any point? Maybe not. There we go. Finally. And Genesis Noir is the game that will be coming your way, Voxbull. Why did that not copy your name? There we go. So I will put your name next to that and mark that as assigned. The game that is going to go onto the wheel is Pumpkin Jack. Let's switch that back and put that on there and save that. So congratulations, Voxbull. I will get that over to you. Let's get back in the right thing here. I'm hoping this won't fill up just going up this hill, which is good, because I want to keep this out of the way. Right, I'll put that up here. Down and right. Whoa. Does need to make poor David Brown. My quote for the FSL is literally, "Where's my David Brown?" One day I will have one that is really good. Actually, I haven't checked out the 996 on King Mods yet. The 1210 unfortunately was it looks nice from the outside, but its interior needs work. I don't know if the 996 is any better. I kind of hope it is. I would like it to be. I seem to have actually managed to keep all of the bales out of the way, which is amazing. None of them in positions where it's going to be hard for me to navigate my way around the rest of the field. Which is good, because if they were on the ends, they'd probably rolled down into the river anyway. David Brown in next FS game. Not officially licensed, I won't. The licensing for David Brown is even worse than the licensing for Ford. Just off 8. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the VFN. Oh, that hit 100 just before the end. Oh no, did it hit it exactly on the end? That's awesome. Every little helps. Thank you. Who was that? Zach. Thank you very much for the every little helps. Don't know how many more bales we'll get off this field. It's not a huge number more rows. We can actually probably tell by how much we get off this row. I reckon based on, oh wow, 80%, we might get another 2, possibly 3 bales off here. That would be pretty cool. How do you get the pumps and hoses slurry spreader to spread slurry? You have to attach it to the tanker and have a tractor attached to the tanker to pump it. Yeah. Nope, no idea what Giants are planning to surprise us with the bonus pack. There we go. Looking at the wrong screen on here again. Fell asleep sowing my barley on Attingham last night. Oh dear, Kermit. Right, so this is now down to how much grass we get off the remainder of this row as to whether we get a 3rd bale off here. Woke up stranded in the middle of the field with an empty fuel tank. Oh. Hey Jude, welcome along. Various sweet boot pack. Hey Ford Mustang, welcome along. Bonus pack with funny VF merch. Where is my David Brown? My thing is, I have not been asked, so as far as I know, at the moment, it's not a creator's merch pack, a bundle. I would love it to be, but it isn't as far. Well, if it is, I've not been included in it. You were busy with that? Ah, who did you come in with the raid there? I'm trying to think who the raid was. Was it? I kind of wish there was a way for me to add my merch in as a mod. I really hope that that's a thing for the next version of FarmZone. is the ability to add in your own clothing stuff. What I'd really like is a modified version of I want some front weights. I've been looking for some front weights I can modify to put Virtual Farmer on. You know, you see all loads and loads of farms these days put the farm name on the front weight. Yeah, a VF decal kit. Yes, please. I mean, that would be an awesome thing to be able to do, wouldn't it? Oh, there's another thing I'd like to see in Farm Sim. The ability to decal your equipment. I mean, we got number plates, but the ability to add a logo or something onto the side of your tractor and have a spot on it that can happen with. How awesome would that be? No, I'm not having a minion wait. Oh my god. Oh, the minion wait. Have I got mod lists for this series? No, but all of my mods come off either the Mod Hub or King Mods. Running 8 iron mines right now. Wow. That's huge. Or rename your machinery, or rename your fields. You can kind of rename your fields with Courseplay. But yeah, being able to... I should, Richard. I need to... I'd love to... I keep thinking about making a video with... Or making a series of videos of things I would like to see in the next, in the next version of Farm Sim. Ford Mustang 24, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the VFN. Yeah, top 5 features I'd like to see in FS25. To keep that bale from getting in the way. I think this is the least stressed we've been doing this work ever. You'd watch VF stream and they would make the next Farm Sim near perfect. Soil physics, do you mean deformable terrain? Deformable terrain, I always think, is one of those things which people call out for a lot, but if it got in the game, people wouldn't be that fussed about. It's one of those things that sounds really awesome in principle, but the moment you get it into game and the overheads it adds and the difficulty it would just be huge. Physical damage, I would like to see. I'm right there with you, Jude. It would stop me crashing into cars and being a little bit reckless with some of my driving. Absolutely. It would add another level of realism, and it would increase the maintenance on the tractor. Hey, Hurt. Welcome, or Hurt. Hey, Hurt Locker, or Hurt. Welcome along. Let's get that off the road. Yeah. The trouble with deformable terrain is that Farm Sim already has a lot of information stored in the map. A lot of information stored all over the place on it. And part of the reason why in the past it's taken so long to synchronize is basically because all of that information, if you got lots of people on a server, it has to stop you all playing so that the information that it has to synchronize across everybody is doesn't change while it's synchronizing. Otherwise it gets out of sync. You start adding deformable terrain into that, and a lot more changes on that isn't just this ground is in this ground state, but more this ground is in this state and is deformed this much, and it starts getting very, very data heavy, and gets harder for it to be on consoles and things like that. And it's why the example that people always pull up is, why doesn't Farm Sim have deformable terrain like SnowRunner? I would say to anybody, go back, look at how SnowRunner's deformable terrain works. SnowRunner deforms a little bit of terrain on its map. It doesn't have an ever-changing map everywhere. You don't have massive chunks, massive field size areas of the map changing all the time. And none of it's permanent. So if you have SnowRunner, you get some of the terrain deformed, you log out, you go to another area of the game, or you log out, you save it, go out and go back in again. None of the terrain that was deformed before is deformed in the same way as when you go back in. And so that's the thing. SnowRunner does not store its deformed terrain state. And it's the same. We were playing Sons of the Forest last night. Sons of the Forest last night did the same thing. It resets it. Cattle and crops is very different. And I would not hold cattle and crops up as a good example. In all fairness. There are games that do it, Richard. But even then, none of them do it well, and none of them are as complex as... I can't let that through, Kermit. None of them are as... none of them are anywhere near as complicated as Farm Sim is. It had dynamic ground, but yeah. Exactly. I think people would very quickly be unhappy with it. For the performance cost, I don't think it's worth it. When Farm Sim achieves so much similar to it already. Do I think the ground deformation itself could be a little bit better in Farm Sim? Definitely. There are some times when I'm trying to change the ground and rework it that I would like it to be to work a bit better. But yeah, there are things I'm looking for from Farm Sim first before ground deformation is something that's implemented. And you know what? I could be wrong about this. The whole improvement of file sizes and everything like that that's happened in FS22 could be a precursor to this kind of thing coming in. Because let's face it, Giants know that a big chunk of the player base would like to have deformable terrain in the game. And I don't think the game in the state it was in FS19 could handle it. Anywhere near handle it. I'm not even sure the game as it is in FS22 can handle it. Avoid all bushes because I was worried about equipment damage. That I would like to see, Red Swamp Fox. I mean, I had a mod in FS15, I think it was, when I was doing my first, when I was first streaming and first playing stuff, where damage was a thing. If you hit anything, if you hit a pothole in the road with this mod in FS15, it damaged your tractor. And I think I'd like to see that kind of thing. I'd also like to see, I've got a mod in here where the tractor starts to break down under 50%. Under 50% repair. And if it reaches 0, the tractor just won't start. And I'd kind of like to see that kind of thing happening with damage and wear and tear. I'd like to see, you know, a tractor that is 100% damage will not start, or a piece of equipment that's 100% damage will not work. Just would be great. Maybe a new challenge in the meadows, of course. I really like the idea. It's first person only, maybe. Pro Killer, I see where you're coming from. Yes. It would be more realistic. It makes for less interesting viewing, which is why I haven't done it. Otherwise, yeah, I would sit in a tractor like this all day. Quite happily. This is awesome. Tried to find the sheep on this map, but can't seem to find the pens. Protein pick mix. The sheep field is this one here, field 31. I have converted it to an arable field, but buy this field and it has all of the sheep equipment in it. It won't appear until you buy the field. But yeah, field 31 is the sheep field on here. Manual maintenance would be nice. Yeah, no, many times people have said, oh, why don't you do this in first person? And yes, I do agree. And when I do, so I've got a role play planned at the moment on my YouTube channel that's going to be happening in the near future. Just need the right map to do it on, and that will be all first person. So everything in that I'm planning to do first person. First person only works with Eurotrack. You're missing so much detail on a map staying in first person. Yes. It does add to the feeling of it being a simulator, especially when you've got a wheel as well. I'm going to have to start wearing lighter shirts, I think. Easier to see me on camera. Have I got a... I've got bale out the back. We got a bale on the bale. Because we're 97% full. Right, there we go. I haven't tried Greenland yet, but seems good. Same as the old farm. So Greenland I like as a map. We ended up having a problem with it in the multiplayer. I think that wasn't the map. I think that was us playing around with a lot of different mods and mucking things up a little bit. So yeah, we had a corruption on there, which is why we've moved to Ebony Island. Old Farm is a fantastic map. I loved creating my French vineyard on the Old Farm. And of course, Valley of the Old Farm is coming soon as well, which I don't know whether to play or not. I played it wrong in FS19. Sometimes I go into a series, I have an idea, I play a map, and it just doesn't work. And that was one of those ones that just didn't work. I got myself stuck in a corner. And yeah, couldn't get myself out of it. Greens is good, but hire a worker, you're on yeah, no, we did find that. They don't like that. Purbeck is definitely a contender for the new series I'm talking about. So definitely a contender for the roleplay. It all depends on whether it fits. I think it might, and I'm hoping it gets through the mod hub, because if it does, then yeah, then I will certainly be looking to set that up as quickly as I can. Does probably mean we'll wrap things up on Attingham, but or I might just go to 2 series a week. I don't know. Or I might take a little break from Attingham for a couple of weeks, get the new series going through its first year, and then do it. Dusty Dave's new map looks like it'll be a good map. I don't know when that is due to come out. This is the thing. There are 2 really good maps coming out. So there's Dusty Dave's and there's Oxy's new map, both of which are awesome, both of which I am really looking forward to. And yeah, I want to do series on both of them. I just have no idea on what the timelines are. I'm always having a hard time finding maps I like. I want small, medium and large fields, so you start with old machines, grow your farm. But I'm not much into all landscaping. What I want is nice cow farms, so you don't need to place that much. See, this is part of the reasons why I looked at the oats for the next iteration of the realism experiment here, because it feels like the next step up. It's a 4x map. It's absolutely huge, and yeah, it feels like a good step up for the realism experiment. Yeah, Maypole is ideal for that. Oh yeah, it's a Simulation for the Nations map I'm looking forward to as well. I keep forgetting about Sims map, but yeah, that one I'm looking forward to. So there are a good group of maps, and of course, not next week but the week after, I'm going to start on my map as well. Hey Felix Farming Life, welcome along. Oh, no, we're going to have to turn this around. Whoa, don't hit this. The Oaks. So, I have done a first look at it, Pro Killer TV. It's a 4X map on PC only. It is based in Norfolk. It's based not too far from me. So, it's a nice local map for me. And, yeah, it's a really cool map. Felix Farming Life has redeemed full realism. So for the next 5 minutes, in cab only. You did wait until I got nearly to the end of the field, didn't you? Might want to get grips with auto drive. Yeah, I'll be fine. That's why we've got a. That's why we got a JCB. There we go. And away. I want to put something in chat because... Oh, no. I need to work out my new rotation for all of these. Because I have partnered with... Icon City, who make fantastic icons and layouts and setups for your stream deck. They have a wonderful triple farm sim pack, which includes their main farm sim set of icons, a pack for the Platinum DLC called Forestry, a pack for the Pumps and Hoses DLC, and a pack for GPS, which is fantastic. I want to get a second stream deck just alone to put the GPS one on, because that would just be awesome to press the button that I need for the particular thing in GPS. would just be incredible. So yeah, go check them out on that link. Use my code VFGaming to get 10% off your order. And yeah, go check them out because I think they're really brilliant. I've got the streaming set as well, and I'm going to be setting the streaming setup on my Stream Deck, so that I can also keep track of that nicer as well. I would very much like GPS and manual attach to be base game in the next version of FarmSim. Wasn't 5 minutes. No, it wasn't. Right, I'll stay in cab for longer then. It's 2.5 minutes I've definitely got to stay in cab for. But you're right, Blacknear. We need to, you know what we need to work out? We need to work out a forfeit, because I am rubbish at staying in cab for full realism. So, pop over to the Discord and let me know what you think I should have as a forfeit for not doing full realism properly. And we'll take a look, and we'll come up with a forfeit, because yeah, I can't go on. Right, we need to start collecting these bales up now, or we're gonna have to also go feed the chickens. The chickens are insatiable. Reduce it to 30 seconds. Easy, keyboard and mouse. Oh no. Don't do it, no. Maybe something to get me fit, like 5 push-ups or something. Right. Easty boy, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the BFN. I've got to reverse this back into the shed. Like this. Did that GD last week. It was the worst road on ETS2, and he modded you. Brilliant. Absolutely wonderful. We did used to have a less realism thing, which was use keyboard and mouse for 5 minutes, and that disappeared, I think, after the first week, because I got so frustrated that it was just, yeah, it wasn't worth it. Right. Let's go into this. We'll go and collect the ones that are on our close fields first, and then we'll go and collect the ones that are on the... we'll hook the trailer up and go and collect the ones on the far field. The close field ones we can do fairly easy with this. We'll spike them. IC controller space game. That would be cool. I don't know how you do it on a controller. $5K unpaid taxes. That's harsh. Right, I can see the middle one. Oh, now, did I have one left over last time? No, I didn't. Okay, that's good then. This is good. Those two there like that. Or forfeit his breakdown. Ooh. Just to prove I can do all of this in first person and not just coming out of first person because I can't do it. There we go. No, forwards, please. There we are. And in. That. There, and we're done. All done in first person. That should make up for the fact that I came out to first person while I was doing the baling. So if you're doing any kind of bale stacking like this in first person, the trick is always do the right hand one first, because you will get better visibility doing the right hand one first. Need to take that one. No. There we go. Yeah. And those two are next to each other, aren't they? Right, they are now. Cameras in the harvest is working on the next episode. Yes, that would be very cool. I would love, cameras and things like that. And if they implemented GPS, I'd like the GPS screens to work. I mean, we have something like that. I'm not a huge fan of citing other games for things FarmSim should do, but I would like to see something like the GPS setup in ETS, where the GPS is on the little screen in the cab, as well as on the on screen as well. Oh, that didn't work. Let's try that again. Do that from the left hand side. Reminds me, the class harvester watching on the screen changes from tank cam to auger cam when your pipe is out. Oh, does it? Oh, that's cool. Does it actually have working screens on the inside? That is not ideal, but that will do. Oh, that would be a nice touch. The traffic is complicated for FarmSim. I don't think we're going to see any changes to the traffic in FarmSim. I think the traffic is basically how Giants want it. Because lots of people have asked many times about it. But changes show it over trailer still need to. Oh yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Oh, come on. Those need to go in straight. There we go. Think. I want to make this whole row explode. There we are. Really missed that class. Have I ever loaded a full trailer of square bales with a tractor? Oh yeah. So every time I do a role play, I do a role play in cab with including loading bales up. It's why I've got myself to the point where I actually am not too bad at loading bales in FarmCatGR, because I was doing a lot of it really hard, sort of on hard mode. Yeah, there's lots of updates I would like to see to the animals in FarmCatGR. As I was saying last night, the big update I want to see is the ability to designate a grass field as a pasture. So, for example, this field here, I'd be able to come in and say, right, this is a pasture, and I can designate it as such by even just placing a basic water trough in it. So if I place a water trough in a field, it designates that field as a pasture. And then yeah, it's that then brings in features like grazing and things like that into it. And you know, so if you want to stop the animals eating all the grass in the field or reduce the speed with which they eat everything in the field, then how you do that is you place a feeding trough in and you keep it with some feed in. And if you want the cows in a pasture to be milked, you have to build a milking parlor on the pasture. And you can have things like we have now. I mean, we do have construction in here. If I look at animals, you've got a basic cow pasture set up with feeding troughs and things. You've got a cow barn that has all the features in it, and basically having those placed and having that change the state of a field would be awesome, would be absolutely amazing. And that way you could then have pastures that you can move your animals around during the year, just designated slightly differently. And that would be fantastic. And if you want to milk your cows, you bring them in from the pasture and you get them doing that. Yeah, so there's stuff from seasons. There's stuff that I never want to see come back from seasons. And there's stuff that I would love to see come in from seasons. One of the things is different types of animals having different attributes. I thought that was an awesome thing from seasons. So different cows either produced no milk at all or produced different levels of milk, and different sheep produced different levels of wool and things like that. I would love to see that. Oilseed radish does work in PF. I've used it on Attingham. In my opinion, it doesn't work well enough to be useful. Is probably my best description of that. Yeah, no bulls producing milk. But it'd also be good if there were, I mean, it's getting a little bit more into it, but you know, maybe the ability to hire a to have a round of fertilization and not have all of your cows pregnant. Yeah, and requiring different levels of feed as well. That would be brilliant. It did, and I liked the horses in FS. I liked the horses in FS19, and I liked the way Seasons did horses in FS19 much better than I like horses in FS22. I would rather have had it either as FS19 did it vanilla or as FS19 Seasons did it. The way horses work in FS22 at the moment are not worth it. Actually, do you know what? Horses in FS19 are really realistic because horses bankrupt farms. They cost more than you're gonna get out of them. So yeah, unless you're really wanting to ride horses, it's not worth doing horses. State back from Seasons, perhaps. Temperatures, moisture content would be good. I'd like to see. I would like to see price fluctuation of crops, not necessarily on time of year, but on moisture content, which would be a really complex adjustment to make. But you know, your best bet for harvesting crops is, or you want to hit about 14%, I think it is, depending on the crop. I think for barley it's like something like 14.5% moisture. And I would like to see that you have to try and get your crop as close to that as possible. Would be good. I think it'd be hard for... Yeah, FS does yield rather than price, which isn't overly realistic. I mean, I mentioned it on Attingham today, where I'm harvesting straight after rain, and how unrealistic it is to actually be harvesting straight after rain like that. But it makes sense. Yeah, and you buy a dryer and it costs you to run the dryer, and running the dryer gets you better value crop out of it. And like individual silos, I'd like to see like the rule that I play in the realism experiment. If I have 2 silos, then I can only put 2 crops in it. And each silo then has 1 crop, and you have to yeah, and then yes, you might be able to hold 100,000 liters in a silo, but only of 1 crop. And then to hold 3 crops worth, you've got to have more than 1 silo, or you've got to have 3 silos to do it. I would love to see that as a feature, because you wouldn't mix crops in a silo. Storm damage and flooding, I would like, again, yeah, environmental stuff would be brilliant, FarmCatGR. Oh, you know what? I've got an idea. I think there's a video here, and I think I should put out a question on Twitter, on the Discord, and see what everybody would like to see in the next farm sim. Maybe we'll make a video out of it. Maybe we'll put together sort of the top 10 updates to farm sim, or updates, the top 10 things people would like to see in FS 22 or FS 25, sorry. The Foodim, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the BFN. Speaking of silos, add silage, fermenting silos base game, and more North American silage equipment like wagons and trails harvesters. Not a bad shout, Grocer. I've been enjoying using my fermenting silo on Spruce Mountain very much. I ran out of space in it, admittedly. But yeah. Oh, no, stay. Oh, that was close. We have only got 3 bales left on that field. Wow. How have we ended up with an exactly even number? Or whoa! Oh no! It's I've kept it. No, it's that is really unsure on the top there. This is why we're going to bring all the others back on a trailer in groups of 3 that I can easily unload. Wow, we're nearly at the front of the bunker. Oh no, no, no! Stay. You. That one fell so far forward, it's already in position. Right, 3 more bales to get off the field. And then we need to go and take the trailer over and get the ones off the other field. This has been a really productive day. We only need to re-roll. We need to put the roller over the fields. We can do that tomorrow. And that will get them back. And then we might actually, what we'll do, yeah, we will roller the fields and then we will fertilize them. We'll stick some nitrogen on, because I bet that they are in a way that they need that happening. PF is what I want. Oh yeah, look at the state of these fields. Most of them have none. So yeah, we'll get some solid fertilizer on these, courtesy of our little spreader, and that will then finish them off. That's not going to work. Okay. Up a bit, in and then down and off. Just go get that one up the top. Later, Jane. Thanks for joining us. Got it. Unpaid taxes coming from RDB 220399. Bye bye £1,000. And Steam Fan putting £1,000 back in. Thank you. And more unpaid taxes. There's a battle going on in the chat. Oh, I wish I could get that to go automatically. Who do I speak to get a Twitch plugin? It's Caldera. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the VFN. FarmCatGR. Oh, well, those two cancel each other out. I'm getting dizzy. Woo. Thank you. I'm gonna take this slowly this time. One more field to sort. That is a really good number of bales today. Does it tell me? I had Nando's for the first time in 3 years. You know what? I haven't had Nando's in ages. At least to buy next FS game, yes. What's causing the dodgy fields? I don't know, which is part of the reason why I'm slightly worried about the integrity of the save game. Because I don't know if it would affect my fields eventually. So yeah. Not a massive problem at the moment, but it's one of those things that if something's getting corrupted, if something's not running properly, what else could that affect on here? Choose a way to play a map. Really want to play Edgewater. Thinking of survival or survival roleplay or start from scratch. I'm going to have a first look at Edgewater on Monday. Actually, Monday's tomorrow. I'm going to have a look at it tomorrow. Being a big American map, I'm thinking start from scratch is probably the bare minimum. I don't know if it's a map issue or I don't know what would affect the fields in this way. You know, I can't see what from a mod would do that. I mean it's the weirdest thing. So the fields, if we look at them, so the fields are like that. So why is field 13 cultivated and then just got random lines across it for crop? Similarly, field 17 has been like this forever. Just like that. Field 18 is now like this. And I'd kind of worry, well, if two fields which I've previously done a lot of contracts on, if they're like this, where else is that going to spread? And 14 wasn't always a field that withered. So yeah, it does look like an older field in field 13. But I just worry if contracts, it's one of those things where we do a fair amount of contracts on here, and if the contracts are going that way, that's less contracts we can do, which means less money that we can bring in, which means the map's getting less playable as a result. Right, let's get this on the flat bit at the top here. There's plenty of space, and I want to put these on here as groups of 3 that we can easily take off and stack. But we don't need to put them on as groups of 3. I wonder if deleting the growth data and save game would fix it. Possibly, but then I'm going to lose all of my fields. It would have to be something I did after I finished my my harvest for the year. What if the map becomes unplayable with equipment and animals and things? So on PC I can very easily transfer all of my equipment and everything across to a new save game. It's for stuck with it, so PF. Xbox no PF, so yeah, I get the feeling it's a map bug. Some of it definitely is. I've had lots of people tell me that field 25 being like that is a map bug. Field 3 possibly as well, because it's a starting field. Field 14, as I said, started out as a field that was usable and that had contracts on, and then suddenly just withered, and we haven't had anything on it since. So yeah, current active money is £354,413 in the white. Nice. I am expecting something similar after this year's harvest, Steam fan. I am very much looking forward to how much we make from this year's harvest on Attingham. because it probably means buying new fields, and buying new fields means that next year we're going to make even more money, which is great. No, come on, get on the trailer, please. Oh no, don't push that bale off. There we go. Right, I have to try and push that on from the other side and hopefully not push everything off. Sometimes this goes well, sometimes it doesn't. There we go. It's my last year as I own all productions as well. Oh god, yeah, you are making money hand over fist. I mean, I'm making a lot of money just on what I've got on there. You must be, yeah, properly making money hand over fist on that map. You're 365 hours on Calmsden and no such problems with the fields. You see, that's why I think I've got a save corruption creeping in. Because it just strikes me as the kind of stuff that would happen on that kind of thing creeping in. Hey Martin, welcome along. I dare not take, if those come up as possible harvests or possible contracts, I dare not take them as contracts because I just won't be able to complete them. Go for a start from scratch on Edgewater. I think that's probably a wise way to go, because you're going to need some fairly big equipment. Right, I think we've only got 2 more bales on here. Yep. And I think we're probably going to end up with not enough space to store all these bales. Oh god, those need to be sorted better. Get these in the middle at the back. But Deb wants to look for a back. I don't think so. I can't pin anything down in particular, and because I'm using a fair amount of mods on here, it could be anything. Landon 7903, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the BFN. Right, let's just drop these at the back here. Is that on enough? Nope, that's not going to work. Squeeze it on the back. Okay, let's get that strapped on before it goes off. Yep, and that down like that. Right. Do I use crop rotation mods? Because that one messed up my contract. No, I don't use crop rotation mods. Mod at all, no. Just up one map to play next after UK, but after a decent map that's for all platforms. So which maps have you played, Steam Fan? Wow, this has no turning circle on it. Suddenly. Right. Yeah, there we go. So what I might do is we're looking at moving. We may skip ahead because we won't need to do any of the field preparation going into the end of the year. Maypole, Hope Belleron, Elm Creek, and Attingham Park. I would try this one. This is a good map. I'm trying to think what else I played. Oh, the Old Stream Farm is a good map. I really liked that map. What else have we got? Oh, that's not far enough back. Michigan, yeah, a lot of people like Michigan. It's not a map I've played or looked around, to be honest. I'm trying to think what else there is. What else I've played. The amazing thing is, I've only done 8 theories in FS 22. My 8th series is Silver Run. So 2 of those, Hope Belleron and Silver Run, of course, are 2 main ones. So I've done oh, I did No Man's Land. No Man's Land and Western Wilds are 2 great homesteading maps. Hey, John Brook, welcome along. Or John Brock, welcome along. Right, we want to take a single off. Hey, Smellbird, welcome along. That one is not on very straight. Let's see if that will straighten up. Yeah, there we go. How many more we can? I think we can fit 2 more piles on here. How many have I got? 1. So that's 1. That's 2. Yeah, I've got enough space. Rob Plays Games 75. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, 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 raiders. Hope you had a good stream, Rob. There we go. Oh, come on, come on. Getting a bit tight at the end here. I didn't hear about... What about Eustace Farmer? I did not. He part... Oh, did... Oh, no. I didn't. Oh, that's really sad. Oh, because yeah, I knew him. Not massively well, but yeah, I knew him. Oh no, don't make a mess. Please don't make a mess. Oh. The Natso's community page on YouTube. Oh no. How far into Clarkson's Farm am I episodes wise? I am I've done the whole season. I've watched all of season 2. Oh my god. What is going on here? Right, we need to take that off. Take that off the end, reposition the other one, and get that fixed. Yeah, I've avoided being too spoilery on Clarkson's Farm because because obviously not everybody's watched all of it yet. Come on, come on. In you go. It's not straight. It should be enough to get this one on. Looks like it's been unloaded by a stacking trailer. It's can't. Oh yeah. Oh god, yeah. There we go. Right, just 4 more bales to get off this trailer. And that will do us for the day. And in and up. Yeah, it's getting harder at the end here because we've got this dip as we're coming in. But I've still got 2 rows from the older one to deal with. And that is now right to the front of here. And we've got 1 bale too many. Waiting for Clarkson's Farm Season 3. Yeah, which I think is going to be the last season from the sounds of it. Because his agreement with Amazon has ended from what I understand. So yeah, enjoy it while you can. There's 1 more season of it and then Clarkson Farm will be over. Meanwhile... the S Farm continues. Right, 1 last bale to clear off our trailer. I don't think it'll go on the end. I think it'll just fall off because that's not the way this stack works. I don't know, actually. It might be far enough back. Nope. Nope. Fine, we'll just leave it on the end like that. That's all good. Watch lots of farmers weekly on YouTube. I do the same with, yeah. I follow Farmers Weekly on Twitter. I don't watch their stuff on YouTube. Maybe I should. Wow. That is a little bit stiff. There we go. That's better. Amazon haven't confirmed apparently, and Clarkson said it was nonsense. Okay, cool. Fair enough. Yeah, that was the last I'd heard. So that's actually good news. That's good news. Oh my god, I'm hitting everything now. Yeah, this is why I need a damage mod. It would definitely stop me doing things like that. Nuston Farm, I believe, is on FS22. Not on the mod hub, but it is, I think it's on King Mods. Whether it's done by the original person... Well, it's on here, and it's by Pretorius. And it's on, hang on, is that FS90? I don't think this exists anymore. No, that's FS19. No, it's not. It was brilliant. FS15. FS15, my first ever series on YouTube is Nuston Farm. Nope, we don't have enough milk, so that wants to be disconnected. What we do need to do is feed the chickens. Yeah, we have got some over there. Has made an RP on Calmsden called Nuston Farm. Glad to hear it, John Brock. Last job for today. We have got a full pallet of eggs, but we'll sell those next time. Oh, this is not a full bag of... Oh no, this is half a bag of feed. Yeah. You only need to lift it up. And this should all go in here like so. Oh, wow. No. Wow. How much is left in that bag then? 21 litres. Jeez. Well, at least they weren't completely out of food. So that's good news. Oh, St. Cali, yes. Great map. That is a map I would like to play. St. Cagliari. Actually, it would be a great realism experiment map. It really would. I tend to, for the RE though, I tend to go for British maps and something that I'm looking to do really long term. I mean, we've been doing Calmsden for over a year at this point. And whatever map we move to, so the Oaks, we're probably looking at doing for a similar sort of length of time. So I want to make sure whatever I pick next for the realism experiment, we're on there for a good long while. Right, let's head home. It is 3 minutes to 6. It's also 12 minutes past 11 here. Patlindium, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the VFN. And that is done. Feed the dog. Check the shop. I think it wants me to do forestry work, chat. And then save. This is a very nice map when it works. 6 a.m. sleep. There we go. And take the time down. Save again. And then one last check in the shop to see what today holds. Actually, this mod, I don't know why I've got this mod still in here. It's not a great mod. It's a little bit dodgy, this one. So I won't be buying that. Even for 12,000, I won't be buying that. But yeah, okay, so there's that little New Holland skid steer in there. Again, great for forestry, not so great for what we're doing. Other than having that would be good for getting in our little shed. But it would kind of negate having this 7610 anymore. So yeah. Anyway, that is where I am going to leave it for tonight. Need to lose the ginger beard tomorrow. Right, so I need to go and find somebody to raid. So let's see if we can do that. Who is on Twitch at the moment? Reaver is on Twitch at the moment, so we're gonna go and raid my brother tonight as we normally do. So let's send you over his way. Oh, Red is also streaming. If Reaver wasn't streaming, I would absolutely be raiding Red. Right, there we go. A couple of thank yous to say before we go tonight. Rob Plays Game 75, thank you for your raid. You are awesome. Froggy Moggy 11, thank you for subscribing with Prime. You are awesome. Don Olsen, thank you for resubscribing Prime. You are awesome. Ernie Piper, thank you for your raid. You are awesome. Gamer Dragon, thank you for your raid. You are awesome. Sean T89, thank you for your resub. You are awesome as well. And that is everybody tonight. Tomorrow's first look video will be on the new big Canadian map that came up. /1. Oh, I can't remember the name of it now. Where is it? Edgewater /1. That will be tomorrow's first look. As for all the last few streams, go check out HelloFresh. Use my code POGHelloUK10 to get 50% off your first box and 35% off the next 3 boxes plus 3 free gifts. And support the channel doing so as well. !HelloFresh in the chat to bring up the link for that. Also go and check out Icon City, !Icon in the chat to get the link for them. Code VF Gaming will get you 10% off your order from them as well. I will be back on Tuesday night at 8:30 for more Realism experiments, so don't miss that. And I will get the schedule up tomorrow so that you guys know what's happening when. For now, though, I'm going to leave this here. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this live stream, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.